Kia ora fam. Welcome to the results / review of the UFC 322 card in Madison Square Garden. Let's talk through my predictions versus the results, and then we'll just go from there, I guess. First up is Benoit Saint Denis. Wow, what a fight, right? He's really good. He's really good. 16 seconds. He TKO'd Beneil Dariush. I had him winning in the first round, so I got that right, thankfully. Carlos Prates won in the second round. I had him winning in the second round, but I had submission. But the second round is a win nonetheless. Michael Morales, I had him winning in the second round by KO, but he won in the first. He got the job done really quickly, 3.5 minutes or something, and he looked really good while doing it. Shevchenko, I had her, sorry, pardon me. I had her winning by decision, and she did. And I had Jack Della Maddalena retaining his title by decision, but Islam, as we've all seen and or heard at this point, just dominated that fight, right? Incredible. He's probably the greatest fighter in the world right now. I don't think there's any questions there. He's pound for pound #1, I believe. And he's putting himself somewhere up there in the greatest of all time chat. I hate to break it to you, but he is. If you disagree, so be it. That is what it is. Now let's talk about what's next for each fighter, I guess. Let's start with Benoit Saint Denis and Beneil Dariush. Saint Denis is 13th in the rankings before this fight, and Dariush is 9th. I do think Benoit Saint Denis has been thrusted immensely after that, and I do think he'll probably be within the top 10, I would imagine. Who's next for him? Who knows? Probably give him maybe Gamrot, maybe. I don't see a world where he fights anyone in the top 5 or 6, maybe 7 at this stage, but give him a choose Gamrot, or give him Fasiev, Rafael Fasiev, maybe. But at this stage, I don't see any other options. I do have all the rankings up here, by the way. Prates is a very interesting one. He was 9th coming into this fight. He was ranked 9th. Leon Edwards was 4th, and Prates kind of didn't dominate the fight as such, but he outworked him pretty significantly. I'd imagine he'd be thrusted into the top 5. Where that puts Leon Edwards, I just don't see him fighting for a title again, personally. Really good fighter. Very strong fighter, but I don't see him fighting for a title anytime soon, maybe ever again at this stage. Who knows? Prates, who could be next for him? Maybe Shavkat when he comes back. Who knows how long Shavkat's out for? But I don't think Shavkat deserves that. I think the Shavkat deserves maybe a title fight. Maybe. Depends what Islam wants to do. If Islam wants to go back, I think Islam is going to go and fight Topuria. But we can talk about, well, we just talked about it. But that's my prediction, is I think it's going to be made official. Islam versus Topuria. As for Prates, maybe Usman, maybe Shavkat, who knows? And then the winner gets a title shot if it's a Shavkat fight. Yeah, that's where I stand with that one. And then you've got yes, okay, yeah, apologies. So you've got Sean Brady, who was ranked #2. Michael Morales was ranked #8. Michael Morales is probably being shifted into the top 5 along with Carlos Prates. I'd imagine Leon goes down a couple spots and Sean Brady goes just outside the top 5, but maybe that's the next fight, Prates versus Morales. I don't see Sean Brady doing anything significant again for another year, 2 years maybe. I think he needs 2 or 3 more fights to kind of get himself back up into that conversation of anything super significant. And then you've got Shevchenko and Weili Zhang, which again, like, what do we do with that division now? Weili Zhang went from strawweight up down to flyweight, kind of made herself aware of that division, and everyone knows that she's a threat. But Shevchenko's just that good, right? And there's not much you can do about that now. What's next for her? Who knows? She can do anything she wants at this point, and no one will question in it. She can retire, but she won't retire. She's still got so much fight in her. Could be a Shevchenko Dern super match. Who knows? But I know she'll take some time off after this because it was a big fight for her. Makhachev, we talked about that. I think he goes and fights Topuria. Della Maddalena, I don't know what to do with it, right? I'm so confused, pardon me. I'm so confused as to what happens next in the division, because Islam is going to go and fight Topuria, and I would venture to say it's going to be at lightweight, and I do think that leaves the welterweight division kind of in the lurch for a little bit. And what happens now, right? Bilal Muhammad is kind of sitting in the wings waiting to go. Jack Della Maddalena has just lost the title and is probably wanting another fight at some point soon to make up for it. But who do they fight? There's no need to have Della Maddalena and Bilal Muhammad run it back. And I would dare say there's no need for Della Maddalena and Islam to run it back. I love Jack. He's an incredible fighter. I'll back him all the way, but we don't need to see that fight again. So what's next for both those lads? We know what's next for Islam. We don't know what's next for Della Maddalena. Who knows, right? Maybe he goes and fights. Maybe he goes and fights Bilal again for a laugh. Or maybe he goes and fights Prates or Shavkat. Who knows? But I would imagine while Shavkat is out on the bench, I would imagine Prates and Morales is probably the next fight to make. Two interesting styles, two diverse styles. I think it'll make for a really good fight, really exciting fight. But yeah, anything else we need to talk about? No, not really. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching this video, guys. Remember to like, subscribe, comment down below what you guys want to see, what you thought of the UFC event if you watched it. Yeah, that's all. Thanks very much for watching, guys. BKSports on Instagram. I'm out. Peace.